Tesla CEO Elon Musk recently made his most optimistic statements on iron-based batteries yet, noting that his company is making a long-term shift towards traditional and most affordable lithium iron phosphate (LFP) cells for some of its entry-level EVs and energy storage systems. The CEO hinted that Tesla batteries could eventually contain 2/3 of iron and 1/3 of nickel. This is actually good because there is a lot of iron in the world, Mr. Musk said. Mr. Musk's recent statement about iron-based batteries reflects a transition that is already underway in the auto industry, particularly in China. Battery chemistry outside of China has been predominantly nickel-based, with nickel-cobalt aluminum and nickel-manganese-cobalt batteries at the forefront. Iron-based batteries have become quite attractive to many electric vehicle manufacturers as they have a higher energy density compared to standard batteries. According to Tesla, these newer chemistries allow original equipment manufacturers to boost the range of their batteries. If Mr. Musk's optimism is heralding a genuine transformation across the electric car industry, the question is whether other EV manufacturers outside of China will be able to embrace the new technology. However, Mr. Musk is not the first automotive executive to signal a return to the LFP formula. Earlier this year, Ford CEO Jim Farley noted that his company would utilize lithium iron phosphate cells in some commercial vehicles. Similarly, in Volkswagen's Battery Day kickoff presentation, CEO Herbert Diess mentioned that his company would use LFP cells in some of its entry-level electric vehicles. Mr. Musk's remarks about using LFP batteries in energy storage products like Megapack and Powerwall are in line with other energy storage companies pushing for iron-based batteries. LFP battery cells present a few different benefits. For one, these batteries don't depend on ultra-scarce and expensive raw materials such as cobalt and nickel. Although they are less energy dense compared to nickel-based batteries, they are extremely cheaper. These sorts of announcements are beneficial for those looking to spur the shift to EVs because lowering the cost per vehicle will likely encourage EV adoption. Mr. Musk clearly sees a brighter future for iron-based chemistries at his company, and his comments have helped revive LFP batteries. Tesla's battery partner, contemporary Amperex technology, CATL, recently unveiled its first-generation sodium-ion battery along with the AB solution that integrates both lithium-ion and newer sodium-ion cells into a single pack. According to CATL, both sodium-ion battery cells and lithium-ion cells have a common working principle, shuttling ions between the cathode and anode. The sodium-ion battery cells are, however, preferred over lithium-ion cells as they are more cost-effective and, most importantly, they boast fast charging capability, high energy density, thermal stability, and impressive performance at low temperatures. Simultaneously, the cells can help to promote cleaner energy. Sodium-ion batteries have unique advantages in low-temperature performance, fast charging, and environmental adaptability, CATL chairman said during the company's online launch event. He confirmed that sodium-ion cells are compatible with lithium-ion batteries. Just like iron-based cells, an alternative to the lithium-based cells that Tesla has been using in its EVs, sodium-ion batteries are also supposed to complement lithium-based cells. According to CATL, industrial deployment of sodium-ion batteries has also kicked off, and the company is hopeful that it will establish a supply chain for the new cells in 2023. Tesla has long been working with CATL and other battery suppliers like Panasonic and LG Chem. The automaker has relied on CATL for battery supply since its Gigafactory Shanghai started EV production in late 2019. Recently, CATL announced that it had extended its lithium-ion battery supply deal with Tesla. Working with third-party battery suppliers, the automaker has been also conducting research on its own with the help of legendary cell scientists Jeff Dahn, who has been leading the Tesla battery team at Dalhousie University. Tesla embraces battery cell breakthroughs that give its electric vehicles a longer life cycle, range, and power. While the sodium-ion cell is believed to have a lower energy density, the global battery leader CATL claimed that its research and development team had attained an energy density of 160 watt-hours per kilo for its next generation of sodium-ion batteries. CATL is still performing more experiments, and expectations are high that it will achieve an energy density of 200 watt-hours per kilo in the next few years. Tesla's upcoming 4680 battery cell is rumored to boast over 300 watt-hours of energy density per kilo. Similarly, lithium-ion cells can exceed an energy density of 285 watt-hours per kilo, as per K.M. Abraham, a research professor at Northeastern University, while the newer sodium-ion cells promise an energy density below the industry standard lithium-ion cells. CATL's new AB pack is expected to boost the reduced energy density while preserving the benefits that the cell makeup has to offer. Given that lithium prices are expected to grow significantly this year and into the next one, it makes sense for CATL and other battery makers to develop alternative cell chemistries that would benefit their clients. In this case, sodium-ion batteries and iron-based batteries are seen to be the best alternative to lithium-based cells. Electric vehicle manufacturers like Tesla have also started to take control of the battery supply. Tesla, for instance, has already filed a patent to recover undamaged and unutilized nickel and cobalt, two metals that are crucial for battery cell production. As per the new patent, the use of an electrochemical dissolution to recover the earth metals for purposes of recycling, moving toward a more sustainable supply chain, as some battery materials are becoming scarce due to the ongoing supply chain issues. Battery cells are the lifeblood of EVs, and as more startups and traditional automakers continue to join the EV industry, batteries are becoming less available due to the rapidly growing demand. The most effective way to utilize dead batteries is to recuperate the unutilized and undamaged raw materials from them. As outlined in the patent, the chemistry to recover and recycle nickel and cobalt in dead batteries will involve a few processes. The automaker will use an electrolyte bath container to hold battery cells. The bath will hold a relatively dilute sulfuric acid, an electrochemical dissolution device, a cathode, and an anode, synthesizing a metal sulfate solution from the cathodes and briquette materials. Both nickel and cobalt will be extracted from the cells through the bath, which will have a low voltage and current applied to it, recovering the undamaged components from the battery. The patent, if granted, could help Tesla bypass battery material shortages and increase the number of batteries for its EVs. Tesla could also lower its material mining and battery production expenditures, thus enabling the company to exit the extensive waiting lists for these metals. Since September of 2019, the costs of cobalt and nickel have increased by 62.64% and 9.25% respectively. Over the past few months, Tesla's been requesting nickel mining companies to win a giant contract for the supply of the metal. Wherever you are in the world, please mine more nickel. And don't wait for nickel to go back to some high point that you experienced some 5 years ago or whatever, Mr. Musk said during the second quarter earnings call for 2020. Go for efficiency as environmentally friendly nickel mining at high volume. Tesla will give you a giant contract for a long period of time if you mine nickel efficiently and in an environmentally sensitive way, he added. Recently, Tesla signed supply deals with Australian company BHP and is reportedly in talks with Indonesian and Canadian companies. Cobalt, on the other hand, is a highly controversial mineral that's predominantly sourced from the Democratic Republic of Congo. The metal is vital for battery stability, but it's an element that Tesla's been trying to minimize in its products. The automaker has been avoiding using this metal because of the inhumane mining conditions and practices that have taken advantage of child labor. The automaker has worked its way around these issues through routine due to diligence checks at its suppliers' mines, but still, working towards a zero cobalt LFP cell is the goal. The company is currently working with battery suppliers like Panasonic, who have also indicated that they could completely get cobalt out of their battery cells in 2 to 3 years. However, if Tesla can get its hands on reusable cobalt from dead batteries, it would likely have a second thought on ditching the metal. Make sure to check out one of the videos shown on your screen right now. We post videos daily, so feel free to subscribe and stay up to date on all most recent news and updates.